to propagate and teach their false religion, a religion based upon denying the blood of Christ for salvation. And they begin to tell people, well, if you'll just beg God to forgive you, then He'll let you off, and He'll forgive you just by asking Him to. And that false teaching from up north eventually spread into all Christianity from the late 1800s on. And now we live in a world today where many people follow Universalist, Unitarian teachings without even knowing it. And they follow the teaching of people that hated, actually, a better word would be despised, as we read in Hebrews chapter 10, that despised the blood atonement of Christ. And they did not want to teach a doctrine of salvation through the blood of Christ. They said, oh, that's icky. Oh, that's gross to talk about blood. No, we want a religion which makes us feel good about ourselves, and then we go do good works, and then we pride ourselves on how good we are. And what have you done? You've denied the very thing that forgives your sins, the blood of Christ. So we live in a bloodless time, in a time of a bloodless gospel, in which false religion, false apostate teaching has inundated many churches. And many churches today have departed from the teaching of salvation by the blood atonement of Christ. And they do not teach that. They'll teach you any other way to get to heaven. An old pastor one time down in Mississippi joked. He said, if somebody went out there and started preaching, if you have to climb a tree to get to heaven, he said, there'd be a nut in every tree. It seems like everywhere you go, there's a new denomination or a new so-called Christian group that rises up and says, you got to do this to go to heaven, you got to do that. And people will flock to